Anti-Afro Svengalis. This is part 2 of naming names. And there's been a change in plans. There's going to be several people taken off deck. And the reason for that, I would be saying pretty much the same thing about these individuals. And it just isn't really worth even addressing. So they're going to be off the table. And there are going to be 2 people I'm going to be mentioning. Stargate and JLM 360. I think one of the names is the Smoke Gang, and I think currently he goes by the Smoke. He used to be on different panels before he branched off and created his own live stream. So let me explain what's happening. First was Stargate. I'm going to make a statement, then I'm going to be coming back to it. Stargate basically has gone in the same circle. She's just picking different fences that are different colors, like a blue fence, a red fence, a green fence, and she keeps going in through these fences and finding the same thing, but she hasn't learned her lesson. That is going to be a big concern that you're going to see as I proceed with this video. Now, straight away to the Smoke. You have told so many lies on me. It's really amazing that you can sit there with a straight face and tell these lies and just quite possibly sleep like a baby. Let me explain to you one of the most vile and vicious lies you told on me. You held up a photo, and this was in the last couple of months. It was of a trans woman. I can tell based on what you were saying about the situation you were addressing, and you showed a photo. You showed the photo and stated that I sent you that photo, and then I wanted you to somehow attach it onto one of my enemies. You know good and damn well that is the biggest lie. You know nothing of the kind ever occurred. I sent you no such photo. I made no such request. And in fact, I have never ever asked you to, quote, come for somebody. Are you serious? Yes, you were serious when you made up that lie. What you're also doing is you are spinning this really wild, zany tale about me trying to sabotage your channel. Let's not forget what happened here. I told you several people, many people who had experiences with Umar support the channel. They're not necessarily in the comment section. They can DM me, they can email me. They're very much interested and invested in the situation with Umar. Now, sometimes they might go into a live stream because they feel safer there. They don't necessarily feel safe posting messages on channels, and they are perfectly fine with me saying this. You were very aware that they were looking for safe places on YouTube to go in and, express their feelings, talk about the situation with Umar. You were aware of this. You also were aware that the landfill losers, the people that are threatening, coming after people's children, making up lies about gay sex and all this, threatening people with physical violence, including sexual assault. You knew these people were not safe. You knew people who associated and supported them were not considered safe. And you are the one that made the pledge to keep them out. You stated it. How in the hell am I going to tell you what to do with your channel? You're absolutely right. Because you initially didn't allow them on. Are you now trying to say that I'm bossing you around? Are you conceding to that? No, you know that is a lie. That is something that you declared you would be doing. Then you reneged. You reneged on the deal that you verbalized and stated. I never asked you. I made it very clear that the women that I knew were not going to go up on that panel or be in that live stream if people who had threatened others were coming. You knew that. You can make any decision you want, but you cannot hold me responsible for standing up to my values and principles, or any of the other women who decided they did not want to be in that environment. And I am not the only person experiencing this with your channel. So what the hell are you talking about? I'm the one that's destroying your channel. You destroyed the channel when you were dishonest and you reneged on your pledge. You have taken down so many videos. Have the guts to repost every single live stream that you had up when you actually made those statements. You didn't just make them in the live stream, you sent them to me by email. That is the situation that I call you out on. You selectively released emails. Not only was it tacky, you released emails to make it seem like you were on a certain side. The same thing that happened to you with those, I don't know, text messages. I'm not interested, but if people want to decide or make a decision about it's a one-sided thing, they can make that decision. But I have proof of what you stated. And let's make it also absolutely, unmistakably clear. Doxing is when you acquire or you obtain information about somebody's personal life or address, phone number, and you post it publicly for malicious intent. Malicious intent. That is doxing, and that is what you and your, I don't even know what to call this person, female, were pushing around. Lying. You two, who's the bigger liar? I'm not going to try to figure that out. You both are lying. And I'm not talking about Stargate. I'm talking about somebody else who I'll be dealing with in another venue. You both were involved with that. You knew that the reason why eventually an address was going to be requested or sought after, and you have my emails when I'm telling you it's not a priority right now. We're not putting this person at the top of the list because there had already been a law enforcement intervention with this person, and this person had piped down, so we're not dealing with that. The person had been addressed. Okay? Then you come on with this lie that I was doxing this person when you knew there were people looking to serve this person with documents eventually, not right away. So when you had, I guess, people came on and were talking about, yes, we saw this person here and we see them around, and given very specific locations, and you were acting as though you were in on it, I said to you, well, if you have the information, just give it to us. And no. And what did I tell you? I said, you are saying one thing on the live stream. You are saying one thing on the live stream and you were emailing me something totally different. You were. And don't you deny it with a straight face, because guess what? That is exactly what happened. And then you and your little muskrat come up with this very brilliant plan to post emails. Wait a minute, I objected to what was happening when this person was called a white bitch. Remember that? On your live stream? And you said the person who did it was welcome. People are watching this. People are watching this stuff go on in addition to other things that you were letting these people come on the panel. We freaking know it's your live stream, but you wanted supporters and you were requesting help with getting subs. And there's nothing wrong with that. People can get subs any legitimate way they can, but you sought subs by being dishonest and thinking that I would go along with it. And you didn't like it when I called you on it. So you not only didn't like the fact that I confronted you about this, you sent your friends with emails trying to convince me what a great person you were, how much you cared about me and all this. To be honest with you, I mean, that's nice if it's true, but I have a lot of people that care about me. This is the really strange part. He's acting like I'm alone in the world. Most of us have multiple different relationships in our lives. I'm no different. I have personal relationships And then I have these 7 brothers and sisters who still consider me the youngest girl. I have aunts and uncles and cousins and I am not on the hunt for someone to care about me. And that may sound rude. I'm not trying to be rude, but I thought he was basically pushing that angle. I care about you. I'm going to protect you. And that was the focus rather than me wanting to maintain credibility with the people that I'm referring to his channel. Are you getting that, Smoke? You were pushing the caring part. And then you sent your friends also to try to convince me that you cared. I just thought it was odd. I just wanted you to live up to your pledge to keep it a safe space. Don't act like I am the culprit. You made the decision to do these things. And then when I would not obey you, exactly, when I would not obey you, this is when you retaliating against me every chance you get, making up all of these lies about me from A to Z, and then making some comment about my issues. You don't know anything about me. I've never disclosed a single personal thing to you ever. Ever. If you want to come on the airwaves, you're perfectly welcome to come on the airwaves and spew your personal business everywhere. Nobody can stop you. But that is pretty lame that you're trying to insinuate that you and I were that close that I would sit here and give you personal information about me, which you know is a lie. It is a total and complete lie. And perhaps this is where Stargate comes in. You are actually trying to tell people that you were only going to call the police if violence or risk to children was in the scenario. Making it clear, the statement I just made is directed to the Smoke. Stargate, you're on deck. Just hang on. You never said that to me. You know it and I know it. I don't make a distinction between whether an adult or a child is at risk, except for I'm stepping to it pretty quickly if a child is involved. That's the bottom line on that one. You never put that condition forth. Never did you. You sent me emails saying, yes, we'll get the police involved. Yes, we'll go legal. I'm protecting you. And it doesn't matter. It didn't matter to me whether or not you were telling me the truth, because I know how to protect myself. I know how to get people to help me protect myself. I know exactly where to go. Sure, it's an added bonus if someone else wants to say, hey, I got your back. But if you were lying about that, you're lying about that. That's on you. That's not on me. And you were lying about that. You never made a distinction, specific distinction about children. You made it clear you would go to the police. You would turn these people in. You did. And let me tell you something else. I haven't forgot about the Stargate part, so hang on, people. You actually, and you might feel proud of yourself about this, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you what prompted a very, what is the word? I guess I would use the word fierce, protracted, well, I don't want to say protracted because somebody shut it down pretty quick and got the information. It looked like it was going to be a protracted battle behind the scenes, and someone pretty much came in and said, enough is enough. Give us the emails and be quick about it. That was pretty much how it ended. And I'll tell you why that happened, because you were lying. You continued to lie on me. And for me, as long as I've known my support system behind the scenes, many people were unwilling to accept me just saying, don't you trust me? I can't believe you're listening to him. And I understand that. At first, I didn't understand that, but I do. People have a right to ask for verification when there is a conflict. So I gave those emails. I am so glad that my friends pushed me the way that they did. That's what a friend does. A friend holds you accountable. It doesn't matter how angry you get after the smoke is cleared, because trust you me, I was acting like you were acting. I was kicking and screaming behind the scenes. Nobody was going to care about that. Give us the emails. This person, and I won't tell you how they describe you, is calling you a liar every single day on his live stream. He's posting these emails. We are not saying you post the emails, but you turn those emails over to us. We can't vouch for you unless we see exactly what's going on. And what the heck is so precious about you? They're talking about you. You have betrayed a trust. So they didn't understand why I didn't want to give the emails to them. But they got the emails. Somebody came in and just did an intervention, and I gave them the emails. It was a big relief. But you really try to drive wedges between people with your lies. And if it wasn't for the strong relationships I had with very good friends, you just may have well succeeded. But I see the type of destruction that goes on. You're not upholding anything on that live stream, on your live streams. You are allowing people to attack each other. You yourself have gone off and made some very horrific comments and threats to, pardon my French, I'm going to make your, I don't know if it was grandmother or sister or whoever, suck my dick. You were saying things like this. And the women who were previously so gung-ho to be on your panel were mortified. You're blaming me for that? No, you went out. You went out onto those other live streams and you made those statements. I don't care if TCTV's channel has been snatched. That live stream was captured. It was captured with you making all of those vile, disgusting, violent threats, threatening to kill people and all this. You said it. It's not confidential. It was publicly displayed and many people are aware of it. But did we come on here and blast you to high heavens? Trust you me, I wanted to, because you tried to drive a wedge between me and my support system. You failed. I knew you would fail, but how dare you sit up here every single day and lie on me the way you continue to do. Now, I'm going to put you to the challenge because you told another lie about the children. Stargate, this is where you come in. What are you going to do about this? This person has held you accountable for some very atrocious actions. And what did you do? You jumped up and you ran off and you decided it was important to expose some porn history of the smoke. Where are your responsibilities based on the claims that were made referencing you? You had to answer to that. Wait, I had to answer. What about you? It isn't good enough just to say, I didn't do it. You need to do more to prove that you were not involved. And what am I talking about, people? I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you hear it. And if you have any questions, you need any clarification, by all means, let me know. But I think this is self-explanatory. Now, the smoke. Did you do what you were supposed to do, what you claimed was going to be your stance when it came to children? Stay tuned and I will return.
Yes, Star. Star, this is, I know you want the story, but it's not going to work.
What story am I trying to get?
Star.
What story am I trying to get? Tell them about the porn. Tell them about the porn, Smoke.
Oh, the porn?
Yeah, why you told them about the porn?
The video that you enjoy so much?
I did not enjoy that video. I told you I had to get. Did I tell you I had to delete it?
You discovered?
I didn't discover. You sent it to me, right?
I sent you that video.
Did I ask for the video?
Yes.
And what did you say? You said I do porn. What
it's
did you say?
It's on Pornhub. Yeah, it's on Pornhub. I used to do porn. Just because I don't want you don't mean nothing.
I didn't want you. I asked you to leave. So you didn't.
Why are you here?
You didn't say, "Are you upstart? What you doing?" I have to jack off because because I don't want to have sex with my wife.
I gotta jack off because I don't have sex with my wife.
Yeah, you said you didn't want to have sex. You said you got a big booty. Send me a Send me a picture.
You don't even have no ass, Star. We seen you cam up on camera. What are you talking about? Because you know about people that's going around sleeping with don't you not, Star?
I don't know anything
Yes,
about
you do,
that, Smoke. I
Star.
know that
You
you
do
was
know
trying
that
to
group,
holler at
Star.
me.
You do know that group, Star. All them email threads that y'all have in them little groups, and how y'all were trying to
I
get me to
said
leave
Miss
my
Smoke
wife
ain't smoking me
because
out.
your
You say
homeboys
I'm
is
not
going to
Miss
Thailand,
This.
sleeping with, and the
I
money
say
that you're
answer the. You
receiving
say
is
answer
from
the.
that's
Said
being
I
a,
read
and I
some
got proof
messages.
of it, underage, because your
No,
friends
you
are
not
sleeping
gonna.
with.
Okay, Smoke, your version is that you protect children. These are the titles of the live streams that you posted. Did you make the phone call to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children? Because it doesn't matter whether the children are overseas. If there are people here in the United States that are traveling overseas for the purposes that you specifically stated and you indicated you have proof, that is under U.S. jurisdiction. Did you make the call? Star, you claim to care about children as well. You're denying this all occurred, but you're involved. Who made the phone calls? All of this talk about I care for children, I care for saving and protecting women who are vulnerable. It wasn't genuine. You made this plug for subscribers, which is not a bad thing to make a plug for subscribers. But what you used was something that you thought would be easy to manage. If you're going to be advocating for vulnerable populations, that is a very tall order. You cannot advocate for vulnerable populations and turn around and threaten them. Then when you are called on things, you modify the situation. You never mentioned anything about children, but here's your chance, both Star and the Smoke, to do the right thing and make that phone call because you have the information that we don't have. We don't have the proof that you claim that you have. It should not be fun and games when you're talking about the lives of children and other vulnerable populations. If you're going to stand by something, stand by it. But when you get called out for claiming to be something that you're not, trying to slay the messenger only makes you look 10 times worse. As I have demonstrated over the past, 2-3 months since I hightailed it out of your live stream, I haven't looked back. But you are the one that can't seem to move on. Do the right thing since you declared it and make that call. Stargate and the Smoke. And I'm done with this topic. To everyone out there, be prudent. Stand your ground. If you want safety, make sure you're looking into who you're really attaching on before you give an endorsement. You know the drill. Buyer beware.